Hey everybody, Toys of Arkham here, back with another quick review of a 1/6 scale figure, and this is the Godfather figure from Damtoys. And just before I get into this, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who left me some feedback from my last post, which was a collection tour. A lot of encouragement from various subscribers and also followers on my Instagram account, and a particular shout out to Comic Ross. Ross, if you're watching, thanks for the support and the kind words. And he asked for this specific review of this figure, and I'm delighted to bring it to you guys. So this is my newest figure, and as I said, it's 1/6 scale. I wasn't familiar with the company Damtoys before, but the product images that I had seen were really promising. And the Godfather figure that Hot Toys brought out a few years ago, actually probably was maybe 10 years ago, was one of those figures that just kept on escaping me. I never got my hands on it. So through a local supplier who is known as Bleeding Deadly Toys, Anto, if you're watching, thanks very much. He got this figure in, and let's just say he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I bought this, obviously, and as you can see, it's a really impressive piece, and it's an iconic character from an iconic film, and an iconic actor, Marlon Brando. So it's one of those figures that I just had to have in the collection. I am predominantly a Batman figure collector, but anything that I have in my collection is usually from characters that have had some sort of influence or captivated me in some shape or form over the years. And of course, who doesn't love the performance of Marlon Brando in The Godfather? So without further ado, let's have a look at the figure. So first things first, accessories. What does he come with? Well, as you can see here, there's quite a lot to him. If this was a Hot Toys figure, I would say this is the type of standard that you would get with a DX figure from Hot Toys. So usually a DX Hot Toys figure comes with an extra sculpt, a fancy base, and a lot of extras. And this certainly has all of those trappings. So the first thing you'll see is the extra hands. Hands sometimes are hit and miss in figures. And what I mean by that is that when you look closely at them, sometimes the skin tone looks quite plasticky and it doesn't look like skin should. And I think it's fair to say that, you know, there's various details here in the paint application that would show. Look at that, veins, kind of freckles that you'd see maybe on an older person, and the nails are a different color. Of course, the ring there. The details on the hands are just incredible. So my overall impression from the get-go in terms of Damtoys, when I saw these product images, I was so impressed. I had no previous experience of Damtoys, so I was really measuring this against the likes of Hot Toys or maybe Caustic Plastic, these premier 1/6 figure companies, and it's certainly up there. So let's move on to what else it comes with. So this incredible little table. This table, it is plastic, but I think you'll agree it looks very wooden, very believable, made very well. We have a bottle here of, get a little bit closer, Remy Martin. It's half full. He's obviously had a few scoops, and it's very real looking, even on the back. Look at that detail, even has nearly the ingredients of it. And there's a, sorry, I'm trying to get this to focus, there's a little glass of it, and we have the candle there, and this foam, which I think is really cool. Even has an extension cord on it. I know, Dean Knight, if you're watching, you'd love that now for your Michael Myers figure. Now, oh, I just noticed it actually even, I think this moves. Yeah, it does. My God, didn't have to go that far. Look at that. Anyway, so they're really nice accessories, and obviously that's just to replicate that famous scene where he's sitting stroking the cat in his big seat like he is here, and this is what was beside him on his tabletop. So let's have a look at this extra head sculpt. Wow, there's no denying the accuracy here. Look at the hair as well, the hair sculpt. Again, the discoloration of the skin, the tones all across the, like, it really is a very realistic looking head sculpt. There's no doubt that this is a 10 out of 10 likeness. He has that kind of, I suppose, look of being disrespected. They wouldn't even call him the Godfather. Look at that. It really is amazing. I'm not just saying that. Stunning. You know, the sculpt that the figure has on him is this one. An amazing head sculpt again. Look at that. Trying to get it to focus. He almost looks a little bit older. So let's have a look. Yeah, he almost looks a bit older in this one compared to this one. And I think I prefer this one. So I might attempt to yank the head off this, put it there instead. So it also comes with this cat. I don't want to touch the little cat because it seems to be very comfortable there and probably half asleep. Cat is fantastic. I have to apologise, the pose I have him in here isn't fantastic, but he's actually not that easy to get into that seat. But we will we'll have a quick look at that. I think I dropped something there. The seat itself is absolutely fantastic. Sorry, I'll just get him out of there. That seat just looks so detailed, wooden, with maybe some gold embroidered into it, or yeah, the leather that seems to have been studded in. It just looks incredible. Like, what a seat. A seat that's fit for the Godfather, and it swivels back and forth on a kind of a ball joint, so you can have them tilted back slightly, which helps with the positioning, getting him into that proper pose. And yeah, stunning. It's a really lovely piece. So I'll just put the Don back. Now, when it comes to 1/6 scale figures, I've had yeah, as I said, many over the years, and some third-party figures as well, and figures that have clothing on them. It's very important to examine the texture of the clothing, and sometimes the tailoring is way off, and sometimes the thick clothing can just give away the look of a figure and give away it as being a toy rather than maybe pulling off the trick of making it look real. So what I'm saying really in a nutshell is that if you're doing toy photography and you're really trying to make a figure look as real as possible, sometimes the clothing just can't be fixed. And the one thing I'll say about this is that it's quite, the fabric is quite thin, so it does fold and crease quite naturally on the figure, rather than something that's thick that just looks like a toy figure, if you know what I mean. It just doesn't look right, it doesn't sit right, it's disproportionate. So the suit itself is tailored really well, has socks, nice shoes. I have seen better shoes on figures, if I'm being honest, but I mean, it passes. everything is tailored nicely. It is a formal wear suit, has a nice dicky bow, shirt, waistcoat. The lapel has the velvet feel to it. In fact, it probably is velvet. And it yeah, it's just that formal look of the Godfather that just is so iconic. I think there's a fat suit on this. I think that's what disturbs the easy transition into a seating pose. But look, it's the Godfather. It's Marlon Brando. He was slightly overweight at this stage, which is fine. It's that's what the character is and what way he looks. And yeah, it's accurate in that regard. I think Damtoys have brought out another version of this character, and he's in a different outfit. He looks very good as well, but I think this is the more iconic look, in my opinion. And forgive me, the backdrop, although it is absolutely fantastic, this diorama, which I often use for figure photography, it obviously isn't suitable for this character, the Godfather. I'll have to come up with something and get something more suitable as a backdrop for this guy. But just for now, I thought I'd just put him there. It's a little bit below his standards to be sitting out in a cold street, back alleyway, but it is what it is. Yeah, I did drop a few things. I think I dropped the glass. Anyway, I'll find that. The other thing is, in terms of the body itself, it has a good weight in it, and as a 1/6 scale collector, I think when it comes to articulation, the one thing we mostly look for is bend in the elbow, and also can it stand on its own if needs be. There is a double bend in the elbow. As you can see here, his left hand is bent quite close up to his chin, and that just shows that you can get multiple flexible poses out of him, and he can stand fairly well on his own. But he comes with this incredible base, which is really nice. It has this Don Corleone, the Godfather, little plaque kind of at the front, and the base itself is a real high-end velvet texture, probably is velvet, and then you can put this in just to complete the whole balancing act if you want. But I'm just going to leave him seated in this at the table, and I'll probably change the head sculpt as well. But overall, I'm very impressed with this figure. As I said, it's from such an iconic movie, iconic character, an iconic actor. In euros, I think you'd be probably paying about €350 thereabouts. Do you get value for that money? I would say yes, because it's on a par with a DLX figure, or DX figure should I say, from Hot Toys, and you'd probably be paying more for that. And I don't see Hot Toys tackling this particular character anytime soon. I think this is an official product. I think Damtoys have the license to this character. The box has Godfather written on it, and they don't seem to be shy about advertising it as the Godfather across social media. So my guess is that this is an official release. And the box itself is very impressive. I've put it away in storage. I can't show it to you now, but it's, you know, a premium cardboard box with the classic Godfather signature kind of logo on the front of the box. So yeah, that looks cool too. But that's really it. I'm very impressed by the figure. Sorry guys, I've just, as always, stuck for a bit of time. I can't go through various poses with you or put all these hands on and change the head sculpt, but I'm sure others have reviewed this on various other channels, probably better than this, definitely better than this. But yeah, just thought I'd give you my thoughts. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll get time to do another one of these in the near future. Until then, take care.